Hey everyone, welcome to I'm Just Saying Week 49. I'm Adrian Zarian, joined by Lon Blaze.
I am.
The Man in the Hat.
I am.
And Joanna. My camera doesn't like you today.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
I don't know what you've done.
What's she looking like, Andrew?
What have I done?
I don't know, you're a little pale.
I'm a little pale.
Maybe. A little bit.
Yeah.
Not in real life, though.
I'd work on the audience's sympathies.
I'm not feeling well.
No? What's the matter?
No, actually, I had kind of a migraine starting.
Thing.
Yeah. I never feel well on Mondays. We're just screaming before the shows. Mondays suck.
You never feel well.
I am well. There are some days I'm well.
Definitely Andrew's next birthday, we're getting the rocker to put out in the front porch
I
so he
know.
can yell at the kids, get off my front yard! Damn you kids.
Do you know the story about how I chased a group of teenagers from my backyard, my brother's friends that refused to leave, so I chased them and I threatened to kick their ass with a baseball bat?
No.
And I chased them down into the park down the street. It was a maniac.
When?
I have a lot of anger issues. I told the story on Thursday.
Really? We're shocked.
Yeah, I know. Look at Lon's face. I told the story on Monday how
It's Monday.
It
is Monday.
On Thursday that I called this
Thursdays
old
are the new
lady the
Mondays.
C word, and I made a U-turn and I threatened to kill her, and I said, I hope you get into your car and you have a heart attack and you die and your entire family suffers because of that.
Andrew.
Yeah, and a lot of other words. That's the
terrible.
abridged version. I have a lot of issues, but she shouldn't have told me to slow down when I was driving. She should have minded her own business because I wasn't going fast at all.
Evil bitch.
I know. Well, she was crazy. Listen, next time, now she knows she'll never say that again to anybody.
Andrew, you know the rule. They're all crazy except you and me.
They are all crazy.
And I'm not
Andrew.
that
I'm
sure
not the
about
one
you.
with a problem.
Yeah. You're the one with the anger issues.
She just upset me.
Well,
Everything
by
upsets
the way,
you.
we welcome back the fourth member of our team.
Yes.
This
Aggie's
week.
back.
Aggie is back.
How's she feeling?
She's much better.
Much better.
Yes.
She had, we took her in. She had a real bad ear infection. We've been washing her ear out. And
every night.
Man,
Wow.
nothing like taking a Q-tip to your dog's ear. Man.
Oh, yeah, they love
There's
it.
some funky stuff in there, and they love it. They just,
Oh, yeah,
she
they're
just
thrilled.
loves me.
We have to chase her down.
Yeah.
So when did she get home? Like the day of?
Yeah, she got home the next day, Tuesday night.
Tuesday night she
Yeah.
was back, but she looked real dope. She kept walking in the room
she was totally doped up.
Why did I come in here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was totally
She had
doped
that
up.
stoner look. She was
still.
and she is a stoner.
And-
You've been to our parties?
Yeah.
Yes, she
She
is.
really is.
Yeah.
My
She
dog's
is.
a stoner.
She likes having fun at those parties.
Oh, she does.
Okay, I have a question for you two, because you're older than me.
Really?
In your time,
Uh-huh.
the expression "he's stoned,"
Yeah.
Mhm.
did it also go for alcohol?
Yes.
Yes.
For drunk?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not crazy then.
Yeah.
No.
I was telling someone
Well,
this. Like,
You
if you
are,
listen,
but not about that.
like you listen to some old songs, they'll
Right.
say he was stoned at the bar, like Billy Joel, like in Piano Man. He says
Yes.
he's stoned,
Yeah.
and he's not referring to drugs; he's referring
No.
to alcohol.
Yeah,
because
it came
You
to,
hear it often in Stone Cold Sober
Okay.
because that was a
it
it was
came
a
to be, I mean, it sort of evolved into stoned, meaning, dope, marijuana, but it used to mean also drunk. Yes, it did. You're not wrong.
Yeah, I was right then.
well there were
Just
a
like-
1,000 expressions for drunk. I mean, they really have run out. Now people just say stone, but there were 100 expressions for being drunk.
Oh, yeah.
You were blitzed. You were half in the wrapper.
I say blitz. He
You
was
were half in the
blitz.
bag.
half in the bag, half in
10
the wrapper.
sheets to the wind.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, there were 1,000 expressions for drunk.
yeah.
A matter of fact, in the Preppy Handbook, do you remember the Preppy Handbook? at all?
No.
There was
It was big in
one of
the
the first
80s.
famous throwaway books.
Yeah.
It was
like
big in the
100 It
80s.
was big in the 80s, and there was 1,000 words for drunk because preppies do alcohol, not
Right.
dope.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure about
Yes.
that?
Well, in that
Well,
in those days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's still more so.
because you can still be hired by a major corporation if you do alcohol,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but not if you do weed.
Yeah, which is interesting,
You
right?
go to some
Yeah.
of those real preppy colleges, those real preppy schools, those old money waspy kids, and the booze is kind of still the bigger thing. It and not that they don't do other things these days, but it's still booze is mostly.
So did you
know.
get drunk for the Super Bowl yesterday?
I didn't even watch it. I didn't even watch the commercials.
Yeah.
Neither- yeah.
What did I do? What did I watch?
Yeah.
Lifetime movies.
No, I don't even remember. I was actually working, I think, most of the night.
Really?
Yeah, I got a little drunk last night. I drank a Stoli blueberry and soda, and that's my thing now. And I drank like half of the bottle. And they saw me the night before. The audience saw me drink quarter of the bottle. Now I drank half the bottle, and I have no idea what I watched. I'm sure it was good because it wasn't the Super Bowl. I don't know. I don't get into the whole sports thing.
Well,
I try.
You know what it is?
Ridiculous.
I've noticed
it's so stupid. Oh my God.
I've been wondering what it was, and I've been waiting long. I've been trying to develop my feelings for this into proper words, and I think I finally found the handle on it this morning. When you think of particularly football fans, rabid football fans, what are the images that come to mind for you?
Overweight and face paint.
Right.
Overweight and face paint. Okay.
Right.
Name me another thing outside of sports where they do that. You know, never the members of the National Honor Society are like, announced.
Yeah.
And there are fat guys with their faces painted going, "Yo, way to be educated."
I was watching a thing, and it was some guy at a Jets game, and he's screaming, 30, 40 years of this, and because they lost, and he's screaming, and he wouldn't stop. And I'm saying to this guy, I'm like, only if he was as passionate for law or to be a doctor.
Get a
life.
life.
Well, this is what I'm saying is that these people hitch their star to someone else who's trying to do greatness while they sit around and complain about it. But what in their own life are they trying to achieve greatness in?
There are people, grown men supposedly, who have entire rooms in their house dedicated to a football team.
Team memorabilia.
Our team. Next year we're going to win, Joe. Next year we're going to win. You're going to win. You're going to go out in that field, put on a helmet, and go and play.
Exactly. I don't like the sport. Okay. But I can understand that somebody may enjoy the game and enjoy watching the game. All right?
Yeah.
But the insanity.
You know what it is? These people are missing something in their lives.
Of course they are.
And they weren't hugged enough by their mother, or they were hugged way too much by their father. One or the other. Something is wrong with these people.
Absolutely.
Okay, how many of these guys have a room dedicated to, like, their kids?
Really?
Yeah. Says, and this coming from a guy that has created a radio station in his room. So
we're all doing it. We're playing the football game.
We're
not sitting around. Andrew, we're not sitting around watching other webcasts. We're creating.
Right. One. You're not sitting around watching somebody else do a webcast.
That'll be really funny, huh?
Wouldn't that? I mean, I just don't understand. And the other thing that I don't understand is, like, okay, years ago, like, when I know my parents would always talk about it. When my mother grew up in Brooklyn. When the Dodgers left Brooklyn, it was devastating. But my mother wasn't even really.
You remember that?
Smart ass. No, I don't remember, but my mother remembered.
I remember when baseball was invented, Andrew.
Yeah, but the thing is that back in those days, those players were really part of the community. Even if they didn't come from New York or come from Brooklyn, they moved there. They lived there. They stayed
because they
on
were
the
paid
team.
so crappy. They were local heroes, so the restaurants would give them meals, and they would survive.
And they were part of the community.
You know what you
they'd
have to
walk
watch?
in the community. They'd hang out in the community. They really were part of the community.
I think it's called Ghosts in Brooklyn. It was an HBO special.
Yeah.
Excellent special. It was so good, and it's about these players and how they all.
Yeah.
It was about the Dodgers and how they lived in Brooklyn.
Yes,
and they
they
all
did.
lived on the same block, and all the wives were friends, and they were friends with everybody that lived there.
Exactly. They went.
And it was a very
that's
tiny
right.
thing, and they were getting paid like what, like $12,000.
A lot of
They
them
didn't get paid a lot of money, and
didn't-
they really played for the love of the game because they loved playing, and they really were part of the community.
Roger
Now-
Maris used to go back to his farm to work. Mickey Mantle used to go back to the farm and worked in, and a few years sold cars, and he was Mickey Mantle.
Yeah.
I mean, now first of all, the players are making these outrageous amounts
Millions,
of money,
yeah.
but the other thing is they don't even. I mean, how can you say you love the Jets? You're a Jets fan. They're not even the same team from year to year. They're not the same people even. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. What do you love? The color of the uniform?
I think that
I don't
I'll be
understand.
It's an interesting point. And my gripe with sports is you don't have franchise players as much as you did before.
No.
There's a few. You'll have
Derek
a few
Jeter.
like that. Derek Jeter's a franchise player. You have a few here and there, but before, I mean, there were multiple franchise players for a
Yeah.
team. They
People
played
would-
together.
and played until they retired from the team.
Yeah,
Right.
and then
People
you know what
stayed on
happened?
a team for a good long time.
And then the owners realize that they're getting older and they want to keep winning. So,
It's just
But they used to circulate in and out, and I think there was more
how
play
can
in
you
the game
care?
then.
Like, how can you care so much about some team that changes constantly, isn't the same? These people don't know you. They don't live with you. They have nothing to do
they're
with you.
too busy shooting themselves in the thighs.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I was like, we're number one. No,
Yeah.
they're,
No,
number,
they're
one.
number one,
You
not
got to
you.
watch.
You didn't
Yeah.
do anything except get drunk and fat. I don't understand. It makes no sense
You had
to
wings.
So I
Thank
spend-
you for your contribution to our game by
I
having
didn't-
wings.
I didn't even spend time watching the commercials.
me. Yeah.
I saw a couple, and I saw highlights today. Did you see the GoDaddy commercial with
With Joan Rivers?
Yeah.
Joan Rivers?
No.
No. Okay,
It's
saw
pretty
that.
funny.
Kind of funny, a little creepy. And there's one where you hear the theme from Darth Vader's theme.
Yeah.
Little kid in a Darth Vader
That's
outfit.
cute.
And he's going around and
That's cute.
And he's trying to make things move like with the Force, and it's not happening. And he goes outside, and his dad pulls the car in.
And he
parks
thinks
the
he
car,
did it.
and the dad's inside starting the car with the automatic
Oh, that's
starter.
funny.
Yeah, it's great. It's actually
It's
very
very
sweet.
sweet.
Was
Yeah.
was it as good as previous years? Wow, what is that? Years? Did I just say years?
You did.
Thank you, Queens boy.
You
Oh.
did. You just
Whoa!
said yes.
You are officially one of the housewives
Yes.
of Queens.
Oh my God!
Damn,
Wait, my
damn!
brain.
You have been here too long.
You've been here.
I've been here too long.
This
I
is
was
how
long.
this is how Joe sounds when
It-
she's really tired.
I
it-
do. It's
I guess
terrible.
maybe because I'm tired, it comes out. But
Yeah.
I try my best on the air not to do it.
I know. I do too.
But I was doing the live read for, I think it was Zone Diet, and I said, no, I think it was Hover, and I go to get 10%, 10%,
10%.
10% off, and I didn't realize it until the playback, and I'm like, oh, did I just say percent?
10%.
You don't notice it until you hear it back.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
it's really
But
sad.
you know what I used to love? Now, I don't know if you remember. Do you remember the TV show Cagney and Lacey? You were
No.
probably a kid. Okay. It was a really, really, really good show. It was the first TV show where the two women were detectives. They were middle-aged women, and they were detectives. And
Sharon Glass.
Sharon
and-
Glass and
and
Tyne
Tyne
Daly.
Daly.
And Tyne Daly came from Queens. I think, in fact, she lived in Jackson Heights.
She did.
And what I loved about her performance was that she really captured a Queens accent.
She
It wasn't
nailed it.
just generic New York. It was Queens. It was a Queens accent. I mean, she did it perfectly. She really captured it. It was so cool. Because normally you see people, they do like a generic accent, a generic
They
New
do
York
like a
ac-
New York
Yeah.
thing, you know.
Yeah, she really captured like a Jackson Heights accent.
Kind of like all the guys on the Jersey Shore impersonating people who live, in New Jersey.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it comes. Jessica has it bad, but
Did
Jessica has a Brooklyn thing. She has
does.
a Brooklyn thing.
She does.
Well, that's
It's not
weird
really
when people
Queens.
move around; they get little twangs of it. You know,
Yeah, she does.
if you go watch old episodes of All in the Family,
Mm-hmm.
Archie had an Astoria accent,
Mm-hmm.
and there was actually an Astoria
I
accent.
know an Astoria accent. It's
Is that
actually,
because,
it's
like,
weird.
Right? They have Hoyt Avenue there. No one
Yeah,
in there
Hoyt.
pronounce it like Hoyt. It's Hurt.
Oh, really?
Hurt Avenue.
No.
Yeah, they did. They did way back. Hurt, and then that's where
Lonnie?
that's why you said Turlet.
Lonnie, I grew up in Astoria, and
Yeah,
I never
but-
pronounced it Hurt Avenue.
Maybe
Right, but
you were too well
It
read
pre-
for
it-
that.
It preceded you. It preceded you. They-
My father grew up in Astoria.
Go look up the
He
Astoria
never
accent.
said Hurt Avenue.
Look it up.
While Joanna's looking it up,
He
I'm
would
gonna,
refer to the movies as the pitches.
The pitches.
The
Pitches.
pitches.
Going to the pitches.
You know that is an Astoria thing because
Yeah, pitches.
my
That he
that's
would
really
do.
funny. My good friend's mother, born and raised in Astoria her whole life, she recently moved to Bayside, and she says the pitches and,
The
and she
pitches.
does that and
it's a good picture.
it's a very pa. It's like popping. Everything
Yes.
pops.
The
Good
P's
picture.
are so hard they're almost B's because
Yeah.
her parents would
Pizza.
call it.
Yeah.
They'd go out and have pizza.
Pizza, yeah, pizza. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to take this minute and talk about our sponsor, ZoneDeliveryUSA.com. Joanna was just telling me how thin I look before the
actually-
show.
Yeah, and I was
you
thinking
pointed
it's all
it
the,
out to me, but
It's nice that Zone Delivery delivers vodka, blueberry vodka.
I could drink as long as I have cheese with it. That's what they told me. That's what they told me.
You can drink as long as you
I
have
could drink.
cheese.
Yes, I could drink as long as I have cheese.
Can I have one of those Cosmo fondues,
Listen,
please?
they were referring to. I think they were referring to beer. They said I could have beer as long as I have cheese with the beer.
Because it
balances
has
something.
More calories.
I don't know. It balances something. It works. I'm not too sure about the technical aspect, but they actually saw me drinking beer and they said, tell Andrew that he could drink beer as long as he has cheese with it. Because they go with that balanced thing with the zone, which is like 40, 30, 30. So they go based on that. But listen, it's okay if I have a drink here and there. I'm not drinking every day like I was.
Oh, that's good.
That's a big thing. Before I would have like
That's
a beer
good.
at night and it'd be fine, but I cut that out.
Well, you don't want to
I've
be
cut-
drunk when the zone delivery guy shows up.
I know. I also cut out all fried foods. I mean, I pretty much cut out everything except for their diet because and initially, listen, when I went into this diet, I said, you know what? There's no way I'm going to be able to keep this up because it's diet food.
Mm-hmm.
And I have this idea of what it's going to be, and I'm picturing it's going to be this frozen box delivered a month in advance, but it's not. They deliver it fresh every single day. They get it from the farmer's market. They get whatever fresh produce they could find.
How are the portion sizes? Are they small?
No. That's the
No.
thing. They're not.
So you don't feel hungry?
I don't feel hungry at all.
Oh, that's good.
At all, because it's not one meal or 2 meals.
I'm
You're having
next.
3 meals. I know you have to go on this thing. Okay. You're having 3 meals, and then you're having 2 snacks.
We
so
should do
there
it.
are fillers.
They
That's
should
not
do
bad.
the vegetarian one with me.
And I always tell people, and also they cater depending on what you. If you're a
Dietary.
vegetarian, they cater for that. If you're
Kosher.
diabetic, if you're kosher, they have a kosher style menu. It's not 100% kosher, but they do. Like it's not blessed or anything like that, but it is kosher produce that they use, or
Right.
kosher meals. But it's amazing how in about a month, I've totally eliminated my belly. I mean,
yes,
gone.
well, you're very lucky because you lose weight very quickly. Most people don't lose weight that quickly, and especially women.
But let's give Zone credit.
Yeah.
Zone Diet its credit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm up to like 13 pounds at this point.
That's really good.
So it's amazing. And you can get started too. If you go to zonedeliveryusa.com right now, you can get started to a fresh, healthy life. Thank you, Zone.
Thank you, Zone.
Yeah, since we're on the accent thing, it is interesting how, depending on what part of New York you're from,
It's different.
it's different. Like right
Sure.
now, I've realized if you're in Manhattan, you don't say literally anymore. You say literally.
Yeah.
And it bothers me.
That's Midtown too.
Yeah, like, literally.
I really think it's because there's so many Brits living
Do you
in
think
Manhattan
so?
now.
I don't think
do.
so. I think you know what happens to that whole Madonna thing. Madonna made it interesting, and you hear celebrities. I heard
They over-articulate.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
She was talking, and she's well spoken, and she's not anywhere from England. In my not that I know of, and
No.
she goes literally.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, what, Madonna's from Detroit. Where did you pick this up?
Well, she was living there for a while.
Get over it, Madonna. Get over it.
She was living there for a while.
She was also living in this house.
That's true.
Yeah, she's also living in this house. So what? Maybe
Do
I
we
should
have
start
like
saying
Madonna,
literally.
Ghost of Madonna?
The Ghost of Madonna. Yeah, she gets naked and puts out a sex book.
There you go.
That's what she does every night. I don't know.
Fascinating.
Did you watch Conan's? They have Animal Planet has the puppy bowl, and then there's the pay-per-view lingerie bowl. Conan had the puppy lingerie bowl, and he had puppies in lingerie. It was the saddest, sickest,
God.
most twisted thing. It's up online somewhere. It is.
Wait, they had one of the puppies had a bra on that they obviously stuffed. So the puppy had
It looked like
boobs.
the puppies had implants.
It was
Really
I
sick
saw the
stuff.
kitten bowl last night. The kittens were playing,
Yeah.
and they weren't cute. They weren't
Well,
cute.
They weren't cute?
because you have a cute kitten now, and you
Yeah.
think none of them are as cute
But
as yours.
he's bad. You said. Your kitten.
Yeah, he scratched Jessica in the face from her eye
Ooh.
last night while she was sleeping, all the way back here.
Oh.
Because he jumped and just still and like stomped on her face and just scratched her from her eye all the way back.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And her
That's
whole
not-
eye's like this, and she went to school, and they probably think I hit her.
Wow.
Because her whole
Covers a
face-
multitude
I
of
know,
sins.
I know. Everything. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into the Super Bowl. I couldn't get into it.
You know
this
what?
year.
I will say that I think the coolest thing that happened with football this year was every underdog won. Like everyone that was supposed to win never won. I mean, on paper, like the Packers were the 6th seed overall, in the playoffs, and they ended up winning, which I think is cool.
Apparently, it was a fairly close game, so I mean that makes it exciting. Obviously,
our housemate watched
more
it.
interesting.
Down
Yes,
in the
well,
basement.
Phyllis is
and
from
you've met
Wisconsin.
Phyllis. Doesn't
Yeah.
she look like a rabid football fan?
Oh yeah, big time.
Oh, I know. So you know what she did? She bought
A
She bought
cheesehead?
she bought herself
a frozen
a frozen pizza.
Like
That's so
a frozen
pathetic.
pizza for one.
That's the most pathetic thing
and
I've ever
stayed down
seen.
the basement and ate her frozen
Poor
pizza.
woman.
I know.
You couldn't even get her a regular pie. She couldn't have ordered.
We could have ordered a pie.
Actually, you couldn't have, because we tried last night.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it's insane to order pizza.
He made chili though.
We got it.
I made chili.
The kids wanted pizza, so we said, okay, let's order pizza for the kids and my father. And they said it was like a 2-hour wait every
but
pizzeria.
he was ordering pizza. Yeah.
Because it's a Super Bowl, so
Yeah.
you couldn't order the freaking thing.
He made chili. He made really good chili.
Yeah, we made
chili.
chili and watched Lifetime movies.
Oh my God,
No,
you're worse
actually-
than me, Lon. You're worse than me.
No, we didn't. We
No,
didn't
we
actually.
watched-
I will come in here in drag. You can never say a thing. Watching
we
Lifetime.
watched.
that is true.
We actually
Because you're
watched,
prettier than me.
That's true. We actually watched Easy A. We rented it,
Cool movie.
which was actually very cute.
We saw a couple more of the Oscar films too.
Over the weekend.
Over the weekend, we saw Blue Valentine.
How was it?
Michelle Williams is nominated for that.
Excellent.
Excellent. And very honestly, I think Ryan Gosling should have been nominated.
He was robbed.
He was like he was
Yeah.
totally
He was robbed.
He's
really.
the first person.
He's wonderful.
I can see where another person tweaked in, another person tweaked out. I think
He was wonderful.
he was great.
He really was. He really was. It was good. It was a good movie.
And we saw 127 Hours.
How was that?
I mean,
I think it's ingenious in that
It's really
it's
well
about
done.
a guy stuck next to a rock for 127 hours. There's not a lot that you can do
Yeah,
with
that's
that.
the one where he's in the cavern
Yeah.
and he fell in. I mean, does he get?
It's based on a real story.
Is it?
Yeah.
Was it stupid or it was
no.
No,
It's,
no,
I
it's
mean,
kinda
it's
cool.
based on a real story. You don't know the story?
everything? It's based on a real story.
Oh,
No.
no. I met the
I've
guy.
seen. You've not met the guy.
Yeah. I mean, seen the guy.
We've seen the
Yeah.
guy interviewed. And actually, he comes on at the end of the movie. He has to cut off a piece of his arm
Yeah.
in order to survive. Well,
Yeah.
the guy does have a piece
And he
of
did
his
it
arm
with
gone.
one of those all-in-one tools, not even a knife.
Why? You know what? This is why I don't leave the house. Perfect reason. You're going rock hopping,
Well,
and you're by yourself. Why wouldn't you bring a partner or
well,
something?
that's the thing. The movie, what the movie does show is that he's kind of an arrogant dick.
prick.
Yeah, is he?
At the beginning of the
Yeah.
movie, he really is. He's he's not mean, but he's real arrogant and kind, full of himself, and he does these trips by himself.
Did you ever feel,
Which
you know what,
is-
he deserves it?
You kind of
Yeah.
at first.
Somebody
you
else
kind
said
of-
that.
Well, the
That's right.
second
Yeah.
the second it happens, you kind of go, that kind of sucks. Like you know it going in, and you kind of like it's coming because
You know what the movie's about.
you know what the movie's about.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like at first it's kind of like you dick, you
Yeah.
know.
What an idiot.
But the way he manages to survive is really rather incredible, and it clearly has totally changed him. The
Yeah.
experience has really changed him.
Though he still hikes.
Though he still goes out and hikes, but he at least now tells people where he's going.
Like that's how arrogant he was.
He wouldn't even tell people where he was going. Like he would go alone and not even tell anyone
Man, that's a weird guy.
where he
Yeah,
was going to be
absolutely.
because
you
he
know
was
what?
just
Good.
so
His arm is
arrogant.
cut off. Good for him. I don't know. I don't feel bad for people. Animals, yes.
Well,
I cry for kittens and puppies. That ASPCA commercial comes.
Oh, I can't.
starts-
I
oh,
can't.
God.
Oh, yeah.
I can't.
I said,
keep turning
do not
it o-
download that song onto the iPod.
I can't. I can't.
Well,
It kills me.
With Sarah McLachlan.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Joanna and Phyllis sit in the kitchen and go like, la 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 la.
I know.
la, la.
I-
It's over. Just take the razor.
Awful.
Just start cutting my wrist.
Awful.
It's over.
I can't. Then I go and grab my little puppy and
I
I'm
wonder if
like,
they played that during the Puppy Bowl. That would have been a downer.
They should play that during a Super Bowl.
There you go.
That's what they should play. Throughout the entire event.
they should.
Yeah, Joanna tells me though that now she needs a Camaro convertible
Oh yeah, it's
because
coming
it was
out, right?
because they
Oh.
You want it, huh?
Oh,
yeah, you're a
yeah.
Camaro girl, though.
I
You had an
am.
IROC.
I did. I loved
She
my
had two of them.
car.
You had an IROC
I
Z.
loved my car.
That's the girl I
Mercedes.
met. I met the girl in the red Camaro,
Brand new red Camaro.
which we then painted pink.
Yep. Raspberry.
Yeah.
With a pink stripe.
Yeah. When you drive it, it was raspberry. When I was driving it, it was pink.
It was not pink. It was raspberry.
It was pink.
Andrew, what
It
yeah,
was
Drove a
pink.
pink. He came to work as the drama
It was
teacher and
not
the English
pink.
teacher, trying to embrace us for theater in a pink Camaro every day to
not
work.
pink. It was
Poor man.
raspberry. It was raspberry.
You think a sixth grader knows the difference between raspberry and pink?
Well, I do.
Next thing you're gonna tell me rosebud is not pink.
It was raspberry.
It was magenta.
And it had a hot pink stripe down the side.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I loved my Sadie.
Absolutely. Well, Joe still hasn't heard from her.
I still
Pilates.
haven't heard from my Pilates.
This is like he's dead.
He's dead.
The guy is dead at this
I
point.
know,
He
I
took,
know.
and your file is with him somewhere.
Probably.
So it's been months since. When was the last
No.
time I came to your house? She was supposed to take the test and she didn't take the
I
test.
know.
It was put off 3
Well,
times.
because they kept
Yeah.
postponing it. So it's been, when did I take the test? Last week or week before? I can't even remember.
Saturday before last time.
My brain is fried. It really is.
So we started something I started doing new. She went back to I started doing gyrotonics.
Why? Is it good?
Yeah.
He likes it.
Can
I
you
like
do
it
it?
a lot. Yeah.
He really likes
I'm
it.
very flexible. I'm very bendy.
Oh my god.
He is very bendy for a guy.
I'm very jellical also.
Very jellical.
Yeah, I come down the stairs. It's like a tornado hit the house. Everything is breaking. These steps are all broken because of me as a child. It's so bad.
Too funny.
Yeah, he is. He's very bendy. Well, there was another guy there today.
Yeah.
Have you noticed as you're getting older, it's more difficult to do these things? Like, are you?
Yeah.
What's the
Well,
what's something you could do when you were 20 and now you're like, oh my god, I can't. How the hell did I do?
Stay
that?
up all night and
Yeah.
party all
Yeah.
night and go to work the next day.
I can party all night. I just can't work the next day.
Yeah.
I need the
Yeah,
recoup
before-
day now. I used to not need that.
I need the
But
weekend.
What it is you know what I can't do now? I can't not hurt. I always hurt. Something little thing. I twist my ankle.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You just always hurt. And the thing about as you get older, it's pain management is really what it is. You're always going to hurt, but if you stop, you'll hurt more. That's the thing that
you'll
really
hurt
sucks.
and you won't be able to do anything. So
like, what would happen? I mean, Joe, you constantly work out
Yeah.
and you exercise. Do you feel like you kind of have to do that?
oh yeah.
What would
Yeah.
happen if you just didn't do it for a
If
even
week?
if
I
she's sick for a
didn't-
week.
If I didn't, first of all, because I have the injury that I have, like my whole right side, my glutes and my ligaments were torn, and I have sciatica and the whole. I mean, it's just a mess.
Yeah.
I would be bent over like this.
Oh my god.
She
I would be
was.
like this. I was like that when I first did it. I was like this. I couldn't. I would get out of bed and
She'd
it would
spend
take
2 hours
me
a day straightening
just
up.
trying to
Yeah,
straighten.
that's like what I was doing.
In tears because it was so painful. I would be like this.
But
I would
gotta
not
tell
be
you, the
able to
gyrotonic
dance.
stuff, I got a couple of little ankle issues, sore shoulders.
Yeah.
And also from riding the bike and doing nothing but that. The whole thing now is I'm trying to cross train.
You
Because-
kind of end up like this.
Well,
right?
you end
Yeah.
up like, it's like my body was in cycling position in shrink wrap.
Yeah.
So what the gyrotonics did, it's like, like when you carve the Thanksgiving turkey and then at a certain point you sort of bust the rib
you
cage.
bust it open.
That's what
It's
it
like,
feels
yeah.
like. And it feels bad right until the moment the pop happens and you think you've done something terribly wrong.
And then you're like, ooh,
and it's like, ooh,
It
that's
feels
nice.
it feels wonderful because it just opens everything up, like your hip area, your hip flexors, and all of this in here. Which is an area that does not get really addressed very much in
Yeah.
most
in common
exercise. It really just opens that up, and it feels
the funniest
so
thing
good.
is, and by the way, you're invited to do this. You remember my trainer Kaiser? I've mentioned him, right? He's
Yeah.
opening his own place.
Oh, cool.
You know where Health Nuts used to be on Northern Boulevard, next to
yeah.
towards Great Neck? He bought out half that store,
Oh, that's excellent.
half that
Good
space,
for
and,
him.
and he's going to have like an army boot camp gym.
Yeah, that's the new thing. Those boot camp gyms.
Yeah.
He's very hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaiser's hardcore.
Yeah, he's very hardcore in the way he works out. It's so funny because he You know,
this is where I was going with it.
he kind of poo-poo. He kind of poo-poos like Pilates and gyro and yoga and stuff. And every time I see him, he looks at me and he kind of, I can see he's like assessing, you know, and he goes, "Oh, you look really good. You look good. So you still doing that Pilates and gyro stuff?" Like he.
It's like the most ridiculous thing. It's like you're still a Buddhist.
It's like,
you know?
Well, what's so funny is that.
So you're good with God?
Yeah.
He thinks I look good, but he still sort of can't believe that I'm only doing that Pilates and gyro stuff to do it.
I assessed also, but I'm only judging.
Yeah, there you go.
That's all I do. Like Coco walks in, and I look him up top to bottom, and I just go, and I just destroy him inside.
Nice.
And I feel better about myself. I do.
That's why I watch reality TV.
To feel better about yourself?
Yes.
Oh, well, what do you think I've done here? This is all reality TV for me. Just
Absolutely.
reality.
At least I'm not making direct, nasty comments to people. They choose to put themselves on the air
Absolutely.
and parade their ridiculousness.
Oh, hey, Joe got an agent this week too.
Did you really? Good for you.
Well, I'm going to be working with someone, yeah.
Do you have an IMDb page?
Yes, actually, she
I
does.
do.
I have one now too.
But I don't know how to load the stuff on it. You have to come over and help
I have
me.
an IMDb Pro account. I could do it.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know how to do it.
So do I.
Do you?
Yeah.
You have one also? I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look me up, there's...
It's such a... it's kind of pointless though.
Well, yeah, because everyone has one.
Everybody has one.
I'm waiting for
know.
my crazed obsessed fan though, whoever he or she is going to be. Yeah, it's going to be.
Yeah, you're going to get some crazy woman, Lonnie.
No, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the crazy women
I have the
love
crazy
him.
magnet.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. They love him.
It's the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Because you're caring enough.
I listen.
He listens to them.
You listen, and I think they think this one just won't. He's too nice. He won't say, "Oh my God, you're cuckoo."
Yeah, that's kind of
Right. That's exactly it. That's exactly what happens.
it. Yeah, sick stuff.
Yes. What can I tell you?
So I don't know if I announced, but I'm going to re-announce. I did Aggie's enjoying
Are you
herself.
saying soft belly?
Yeah.
It's your belly.
And I don't know if she's talking to you or me, Andrew.
I don't know. I'd be insulted.
Aggie's is nice and soft.
I got my first century ride, my first 100-mile ride in La Junta, Colorado on June 18th. So anyone who's out in and around Colorado who wants to take a trip out there, I'll be riding 100 miles that day with 100 other cyclists who each bring $100 for the Alzheimer's Foundation of America. And got contacted today by someone in Florida who wants to start organizing a ride there and possibly help me with one in Georgia. And I'm going to be doing, the ride I do out in California every June.
You're not doing it, right?
I'm not doing it in California. I'm doing it a month early, and I'm going to do it on the Cross Island Parkway.
Yeah, you said you're just going to go back and forth.
Yep, and anyone can join me there. Anyone can come and throw money at me, what if they want.
I'll be driving by.
Yeah, I know.
I'll wave.
There you go.
And I'll drive by again. I'll wave.
Yeah.
I want to see you ride with him, Andrew.
In the spandex?
Yes.
That'll be the greatest thing ever.
I want to see you. Yes.
I'm actually a very good bicyclist.
I want to see you in bike pants.
I'm just going to wear the Speedos.
There you go.
Speedos, no shirt, and like the
There are
the triathlon people.
Yes, I want to see you wear those.
There are like short bike shorts.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, you should see some of the boys out in California. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember calling her at one point saying, it's been like 6 days now, and I've seen 10 great
Not
asses.
a woman in sight.
No. I've seen 10 great asses, and 4 of them were women. It's like a little disturbing.
Nice ass is a nice ass.
It's very scary. Very, very scary. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But since we've got all the Oscar movies out of the way, we've gotten back into TV.
Okay.
So I know that you watched The Good Wife.
I do,
She had been watching that. I've joined in.
Yes.
Good
Excellent.
show.
Really good,
Excellent
It
right?
is a good show.
Really well written.
And
really
and
underrated.
everyone down into the cast, really good. All the small parts.
Oh my God, the entire cast is solid.
Yeah.
Well, it's the writing more than anything. I think the writing is so perfect for that
The writing
show.
is really good.
But the biggest problem is people are complaining that it's over their head.
Because people are stupid.
Because you know why? I'll tell you exactly.
People are stupid.
Exactly. People are stupid because it's not one story.
Right.
You're following 3 or 4 different things at the same time. You're following her story, the husband, the race,
Right.
The husband's legal problems.
Right.
The kids. You know, you're following like
now
1,000 things.
And who's investigating who?
Yeah, who's
and now
investigating
there's a subplot that's
the lesbian
with the Kalinda.
Yeah, Kalinda, yeah.
Yes, who there's something going on now with her. They're starting to investigate
Yeah.
her. So yeah, there's a lot of subplots, but it's also a lot of the legal stuff that they deal with is pretty intricate. You know, the legalities of what they do in the courtroom it's pretty intricate stuff. But you know, it's nice to watch something that you actually have to think about.
Well, yeah, it's a really good show. Really good show. I
It's
think
a
what
really
we've
well-done show.
become so dumbed down with the content of television.
We
you know?
have.
When the Jersey Shore's getting 9 or 10 million people that watch it. Because there's nothing.
Well,
it's
Right.
empty.
What I
It's
love
a
is
train wreck.
if
It's
the
a train wreck.
If the Jersey Shore had been a special, I would have watched it and said, "Oh my God, that was hysterical."
Yeah.
The fact that it goes on week after week after
3
week.
seasons, they're going to a 4th.
Yeah.
I watch it.
It's horrible.
I do. I watch it.
Yeah, you know, every once in a while she finds something I can't watch.
I see the coming attractions. Like I'll always
that's
catch
enough?
it, and I'll go, and I said to Justin, I go, "This was one episode." I'm like, "This was 1 hour." The guy got into a fight, the girlfriend, and talking to another guy, and that's all I saw.
That's pretty much in every episode.
I think that it's my brain exploded.
It cracks me up.
I said, "How do these people survive?"
I don't know.
The trauma of their lives.
because
One guy's in his 20s. His face is made out of leather. He looks like he's 70.
The one that gets me, the thing that gets me, as two people who like paid a bunch of money to take acting training and all this.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
I
the
know.
fact
And
that
they're getting paid,
the
what,
Countess,
$30,000
well, no, the Countess just got a role on SVU.
Did she really?
You know,
The
like
Countess?
like
Luann?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's just one shot. It's not like she's going to be on for the season.
Money can't
but
buy you cash.
money can't buy you a good voice
It can
either.
buy- Yeah.
Elegance is learned.
Yeah. Although she
guess
was
she's
very,
still on the
although
learning
she
curve.
happens to be, she was very lovely when we met her.
She was very nice.
She was very nice.
But she took my acting job. She took my wife's acting job.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
What
in
a
a
bitch.
sense, yeah.
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 I
Why
mean-
is she on that show? Because of all the myriad of talent. You know, when we go in, we have to present a resume full of talent, and if it's of things that
And
we've
if
done.
somebody, and the way
And
things,
she goes, "I married a rich guy." That's all. She's
well, yeah. I mean,
I love the
she
guy.
was a model.
The guy that was her record producer.
oh
Like,
my
was-
god, he was
Like, you are fabulous. There's a voice. You know what I love? If you take everything that he said, it wasn't really a compliment.
yeah.
There's the girl with the voice.
Oh
Not
yeah.
a good voice.
Not a good voice.
Oh, come on. At least the New York housewives, like most of them have like jobs and stuff, or they do things like for charity.
Yeah.
It's not like
I think they're all the same.
the Beverly. No,
I like Bethany. I like her. 'Cause
I
she's
love
a tough
her.
broad.
I
You know?
love her.
Yeah.
I love her, and she works
And
hard.
you know what? She's a bootstrap girl. She pulled
Yeah.
herself up from whatever her
And
background was. Boom.
Built a business,
Yeah.
very successful business. She
Well,
works
she
very
was
hard.
she was well known in the New York club scene, like to be in the Tunnel and to be in Exit and
Well,
Sound
she was
Factory. She
on-
was a big party girl.
She what was it we were watching? She made out with Mario Lopez. She like did extra work on like who's the on Saved by the
Saved by
Bell
the
like
Bell,
15
yeah.
years back.
Yeah, she did. But she also, she remember Martha Stewart had an apprentice.
Yeah, she was on that. She was a runner-up. She
Yeah.
didn't win.
Yeah, she was the runner-up on that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But,
I think they should do a Housewives of Queens, Housewives of Bayside. We should do the reality show here.
We're
That
here.
should be one of the half hours.
That's
know,
niche
Actually-
programming.
With
At
some
its
of the
finest.
nonsense
Joanna
that is,
and Jess.
with some of the nonsense that has
And
gone on around
and
here,
Coco in drag.
we
Come on.
actually could.
Yeah,
And
I know.
actually, we should do the Housewives, and you and I should be
It's just
on it.
me and you are the housewives. I
Housewives
said
of
my
Jeff
poor.
Q.
I've been bothering her. I keep telling her, I said, you're working like 3 jobs and going to school. Like she's doing all this stuff.
Is she?
Yeah, and I'm gonna make more money than her this week than she will the entire month.
I wouldn't like
And that's what I
throw
said.
that
I
up
threw
to
that
her.
out there, and I said, I will make more money than you in 1 week. And she turned around. She goes, "How much money have I made throughout the year? Actually, how much money have I made the last 3 months?" I said, "I'm just letting you know."
Yes, there are.
Yes, and I wouldn't keep throwing that up to her because sooner or later she's going to say, you know what? Since you're making all that money,
Yeah.
I'm going to stop all my jobs.
Well, no, I told her we have a cutoff. At a certain point, she'll stay home and she'll run the business.
Okay.
That's it. I have a cutoff. We have a
works.
cutoff
That's
number.
fair. Bunch of new shows have started up.
And
California.
it's $10 billion.
There you go. Californication started back up.
It's up to like what episode? Like 4?
It's
Yeah,
fourth
we only
season.
watched the first one.
Yeah, there's a couple of them online now, and I saw parts of it last night. Just like I clipped through the monkey scene. Have you seen the monkey?
No.
No, we just watched
God.
episode 1.
It is that show
It's hysterical.
is the greatest thing
It's so
ever.
funny.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant
It
every
is.
way. The whole show is a giant joke.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just so uncomfortable at certain
Well,
points.
what I love is every character is like fucked up.
Yeah, everyone,
They-
everybody,
everybody.
the agent,
They all are.
There's no angels. There is
No.
no
All
angels.
fucked up.
No.
Like, and they all constantly fuck up.
Yeah.
But it's hilarious.
Hank Moody.
Oh God,
I told you my 3 heroes in life: David Duchovny, Alec Baldwin, and Charlie Sheen. 3 heroes in my life.
great.
Yeah,
There's your housewives.
Charlie Sheen, who's now sort of in rehab.
I want
apparently.
to be like all of them in one, and
Hey,
I'll
are
be
you
bloated.
Are
also.
you in home rehab? Is that why you're?
That's what do you think I've been doing for the last
Ah.
eight months?
So that's why you're hiding
what
in the
it
house.
is.
There
I
you
see.
go.
Californications is excellent.
Have you seen
Shameless,
Shameless?
brilliant.
Yeah.
We haven't watched the second episode.
I haven't seen it from the beginning. I've seen bits and pieces.
We only
It's
saw
on
the
demand,
first
so you can get
episode.
Yeah, it's bits and pieces, and it's excellent.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
in every way,
Really-
really,
It is.
really
It's really
good.
well done.
One that we actually have.
The coming attractions, by the way, don't do it justice at all. When I saw the coming attractions, I said, "Oh, this looks stupid." It looks just like the opposite of Weeds
William H. Macy.
in anything. Yeah.
Anything. Yeah, it's like he could read the phone book and he's
Yeah.
really, really good. Something that we actually differ on. She really liked it. I really didn't like it. Something called Episodes.
Oh, now you really didn't like it?
I kind of really didn't like it. I found it annoying. How's that?
Okay.
Okay, I wonder what this
It's
is.
called Episodes.
Oh yeah, I've heard
With
of it.
Matt LeBlanc.
What is it about? It's on
It's-
Showtime,
Joe,
right?
go ahead. Yeah.
It's about a British couple
Mhm.
who write
Already,
this,
I hate it.
this shut up.
And they write a sitcom.
They write
Oh, God.
they have a very successful sitcom in England.
Yeah, and they try to bring it here.
Well, no. They get approached
Uh-huh.
by this Hollywood producer
Yeah.
to bring it here. And of course, when they get here, what does Hollywood do? Change everything.
Make it into a porn.
And they take the main character is like a 70-year-old British headmaster of a school.
In the original.
Yes, in the
Okay.
original. And they decide to replace the actor, this 70-year-old British guy, with Matt LeBlanc.
Oh my god.
All right?
Is he playing Matt LeBlanc? Like is Matt
Yes.
LeBlanc?
Yes, he's
oh my
playing
god, that's
Matt
even
LeBlanc.
Brilliant. He should have played Joey.
Yeah,
again.
Well, it's kind of like that. And
It's now a hockey. Now he's a hockey coach, and the name of his show goes from Mr. Lyman's Boys to Pucks.
yeah,
Oh, that seems kind of funny. Yeah.
I think it's hysterical. He
You know what? To me, it did. It's a great 10-minute show that lasts 30 minutes.
yeah.
I found it very funny.
You know what I like about Californication? How the wife or ex-wife, whatever
Mm-hmm.
she is, still has a freaking 1980s haircut.
Yeah, she does.
Why? And she, I like her. I don't know. I find her extremely attractive.
She's beautiful.
I think her hairstyle is from like '88, and it never changed.
That's kind of true. That is kind of true. Well, I just thought of something. When you first watched Californication, you didn't like it.
I didn't either. I hate it. I hate every show when I first watch it. I hated
You're
Dexter.
so
I hated
peculiar.
all of them, and because it's
Yeah, but I
almost-
didn't like Californication less each time I watched it.
You like them more.
I didn't like episodes more each time. Like we watched the second episode, I went, "All right, this is really getting tired."
I think it's so crazy. Californication.
It is.
You can't not like it.
Oh,
Like,
I love it.
Have you seen? Did you see last season?
Well, to
Yes.
me, it's like
Well,
dating
frank-
the crazy girl.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can't not
frankly-
do it.
I personally think that that's what LA is like. So, for
is.
the
We've
most
been there.
part. So,
It kind of is.
and what people in LA kind of are like. Well, that's what I.
That's where I want to go. I want
Have
to
you
go
been
to-
watching The Bachelor?
No,
It's-
Jessica's been watching it.
it's
love The
nuts.
Bachelor.
Nutty, right?
Love
Oh,
The Bachelor.
Yeah, it's certifiable nutty. It's like
Oh yeah, love
guy,
The Bachelor.
The guy is not the sharpest tool in the shed.
No.
Aren't they always not the sharpest?
No,
in the
they've
shed?
had
This-
doctors and stuff. This
Yeah,
guy is
this-
particularly not sharp.
Yeah, this guy is like, yeah. He
Is
seems
this the one?
sweet,
Wait a minute.
but
Which show was the one in the early 2000s where he had nothing, but they said he was a millionaire?
Oh,
Joe Millionaire.
Joe Millionaire.
Joe
That was it.
Millionaire.
Yeah, this guy. He had a great career after that.
Yeah, right?
that crashed and burned.
I mean-
well, what I love is that The Bachelor is a show where when they're down to only one rose, the guy comes out and says, "All right, ladies, this is the final rose."
He says it every time.
He says it every week.
Every time.
So ridiculous.
Because in case you've lost
It's
count.
you know what? I find that more degrading than Rock of Love. Because you know what you're getting yourself into with Rock of Love. Like, these girls in Rock of Love know they're trashy. Like,
Right.
Tila Tequila's Love or
Flavor
whatever.
Flav.
Flavor
Right.
Flav. You know they're all allegedly hepatitis infested. And you know what you're getting
You're
yourself
so
into.
kind
But
with your allegeds.
allegedly they might have gonorrhea somewhere, possibly in their throat. Who knows? But when you're like, it's a network television show, The
Right.
Bachelor, and they're acting dignified. Some of them
They're
are
presenting
still
them.
yeah,
You're looking for
Yeah.
love, yes.
and they come off so bad. And I'm thinking this is the most degrading thing a woman could go through. A dignified woman that's looking for love.
Is it more degrading or less degrading when it's the Bachelorette and the
Oh,
guys?
it's the same thing. And the guys are dope. I think it's even more degrading when it's the Bachelorette because this woman, for whatever reason, cannot find anybody, and she has to go to a TV show. And I find it even worse that 9 or 10 women want to go to the TV show. I find it disturbing. I find them extremely unattractive immediately.
Andrew,
So angry.
just pause a moment. Joe,
What?
in your day and age when you were single,
Yeah.
if they had asked you to do this, would you have done it?
In a second.
Yeah.
Why? You're such a smart woman.
Why not?
And you're all for like women's rights and you're
I
all
don't
for
give
that.
two craps about the guy. you get to live in this like fabulous thing. If the guy likes you, I mean, usually the guy's good looking, and you get to go on these like fabulous dates. You get to be on TV. You don't know what kind of contacts you could make or what kind of publicity you might be able to get or what you could parlay it into.
I want to take this moment, guys. I have to thank. It's a good segue. I have to thank our sponsor, Hover.com. Hover sponsoring. I'm just saying.
Although they may be regretting it now.
They may be regretting it after this whole show. I had a very nice talk with them, but I don't know if they're going to stick around after this. This is why Hover is so good. They're not like those other people, and I'm not going to say the name of that other person, other company. When you go to buy a domain, you two are not tech savvy people.
No, we are
No.
not.
So when you want, let's say you want to buy, LonBlaze or JoannaBlaze.com. You want to go, put it in, hit enter, and then say, okay, I'm going to buy this, right? That's what you want. You don't want upselling. You don't want to be told, do you need this? Do you need that? Do you need your taxes done? Do you need this type of protection and that type of protection? And 1,000 different web pages to do one checkout. You don't
It's
want
annoying.
that. It's extremely annoying,
Yeah.
and it's extremely confusing for people. Because if you're not tech savvy, you might hit yes to some of them.
Sure. It's annoying. It's time consuming. Yeah.
Well, what Hover does, they clean all that out. You don't deal with any of that. You say, okay, what website do you want? I want andrewsanidiot.com. It's available. And I'm going to check out. You put in the promo code GFQ upon checkout. You get 10% off your entire purchase. Or you could go to our landing page, gfq.hover.com. Hover's running a huge promotion on .cos. .com is the number one thing. But .co is what's coming up now. My prediction, and many people, analysts in the business, say .co will be the next .com. Because so many .coms are registered already. And with .co, generally it's pretty pricey. It's about $30. But right now they're running 50% off on all .cos. So it's $15 plus an additional 10% off when you use our promo code GFQ upon checkout. It's going to cost you, under $14 to get a .co, and you can start stocking up on them. Now, that's what I did today. I bought a whole bunch of .co accounts thinking, you know what, maybe the day will come when somebody knocks on my door and says, hey, listen, you know what, Andrew? I'm going to give you $25,000 for this. And then it'll be lawn because I just bought lawnblaze.co. Go to gfq.hover.com, get 10% off your entire purchase. Thank you, Hover. Excellent people at Hover over there.
Thank you, Hover.
We are applying again towards the end of the month for the Amazing Race. We're
Yes.
doing it. We're applying again.
We're going to
I would
try
not be
again.
able to survive. I want to be on Big Brother in the worst way.
Okay, why do you
I
want
would
to do
do Big
that?
Brother.
Because they're
Because
in
it's
one
not-
house.
Because they're in one house. They don't have to travel.
He doesn't have to go out on
This
fancy
is big.
dates.
What do you think this is?
Are you kidding?
At the end of every Tuesday night, I go downstairs and I round up my family and I tell them you're eliminated, and I send them home, and then they have to
That's
vote.
the one show like I think that I wouldn't want to be
Oh,
on.
I love it.
Oh my god, I couldn't stand it. I would get claustrophobic
Well,
being stuck there.
you came into a bad season. It was
No, I mean just
and I
being
did.
stuck in that one spot.
It's like 72 days. I mean, it's not.
I would go crazy.
These people are in there for a while. It was
Yeah, I
a
would
really
go
bad.
nuts.
I'll tell you this though, and I did the Big Brother rewind, and we're going to do it again this year. Evil Dick was on the show, which is a past contestant. It was the worst season I've ever seen.
Was it?
It was so bad. I was so bored throughout the entire season, and now I got to do a show about it. I picked the worst season to do a show on. I mean, it got solid numbers, but it was throughout the entire season, everybody knew it was horrible. Everybody said, you know what, this was really, really bad.
I see. I would go nuts being confined like that. I would go crazy.
Yeah.
I would go.
I couldn't hack it.
Yeah, I would go crazy. He's gonna try. Well, I don't know. You're gonna try for Survivor
I'm
again?
going to try again.
You know you know how it works, right? And Dick was telling me, especially with CBS reality shows. I don't know if I should say this, but I'll say it anyway. So let's say you applied like 4 seasons ago and they liked you.
Yeah.
They'll constantly call you back for an audition.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times when they pick people for the season, they're not picking from the people who have tried out.
That's
They're
true.
picking people that they had interest in 5 or 6 seasons
sure.
ago
Yeah.
because they fit a certain look, and let's say, there was a guy that kind of looked like you 2 seasons ago, they won't cast you because some guy resembled you.
Yeah.
Dick wasn't casted for about, I think, for like from the beginning, so it took him 8 years to get casted for the show.
Well, actually, that's not so unusual. That's pretty much how they cast everything.
Everything, but I mean, you're doing a reality show, and it's a yearly thing, and they're saying, send your auditions, sign up, and you were going to think, well, I have a chance. You don't have a chance.
Well, that's
But
the same thing.
eventually, you do.
The same thing you sort of do when you audition. I can't tell you the number of times that we've gone in and, someone gets used to you and then casts you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or someone says,
Or
or the assistant director on one project liked you, and he goes off and directs his own project.
Or sometimes
calls you in.
you go in for something and they really like you, but you're really just not right for this project, but they really like you, and something comes up and they'll call you.
I got an email from, I don't want to say from what, I just got it about a couple days ago, and I've kept it a little bit of a secret, but they wanted me to do a voiceover for a radio station.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think I'm going to do it.
Why?
I don't know. I feel douchey.
Why?
I don't know. It's going to be like nothing says country like 99.5 country influence, some crap like that. And I'm like,
I'm willing to be a douche for a certain
It's a
price.
perfectly respectable job.
I know, but I feel douchey.
Make
I don't
some
know.
money.
I don't want to make money. Do you understand? I want to be miserable. I don't want to make money.
Tell them, refer them to me then. Say we have other voices
Yeah,
on
really.
the network. I could do that.
Yeah. I don't want to make money at all.
You might want to run that by your wife, who's working 3 jobs and
Yeah.
going to school.
Yeah.
She might have another idea.
She's
about
going to
that.
be, you're going to wake up one day in a Disney princess outfit. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, really. She's gonna be like,
Yeah.
Andrew,
Absolutely.
you're going for me.
Hey, listen, Larry the Cable Guy's got a show. It starts tonight
Doing what?
on the History Channel. It's called Only in America, and he's just interviewing stuff that's going on in this country, odd things.
What? Who
It's
gave this
suppo-
guy a career?
I don't know, but it's
From
supposed
what
to
I understand, that
actually be
he
kind
was
of
a comedian
feel-good
before.
show.
Yeah. He was a comedian. It's a feel-good show?
Yeah, it's like interesting things that go on in different towns that people do, but it's supposed to be
Yeah.
kind of like positive. And
Have you seen that show Oddity? About that
No.
place in Manhattan. It's like a antique shop, but it's like weird things.
No.
It's actually not bad.
I've been watching a lot of the pickers, the guys that drive around the country and pick through people's barns and stuff, and they find antiques.
There's also another one, and I was speaking to somebody about it, and they said you can make a killing off of this. They
American
do auctions.
Pickers. That's what it's called.
Yeah, they do auctions for like your storage units.
Yeah.
Like if you don't pay it, after whatever time, they could auction it off.
It's called Storage Wars.
Storage Wars, yeah. And there are people that make a killing from buying the crap in the storage, and it's a hit or miss. You don't know what's in there, so sometimes you bid $3,000 and sometimes you bid $1,000. You don't know what's in there.
And then what do? You sell it, or
you could sell it. You could, yeah, because a lot of people store collectibles. So one was this guy had a whole bunch of collectibles worth like $100,000, and he gave, he got it for like $500.
Hey Andrew, I got an idea.
Yeah, what's that idea?
Everyone in the GFQ in the chat rooms and everyone that listens should write a note to Larry the Cable Guy.
And tell him he sucks.
No, please. I got a thing. I'm doing these rides in every state in the country, only in America. There's your story.
They should follow you, yeah.
They should follow me.
I don't think he travels anything above the Carolinas.
No, he's doing the whole country.
Oh, the whole country?
Yeah, the whole country.
You know what else is a great show? Before we finish it up soon. Kitchen Nightmares, where Gordon Ramsay goes to failing restaurants. And they're always in Long Island. They're always on the island. And I swear to God, he doesn't pick any. He actually picks something in Forest Hills. He goes to Queens and the island. That's it. He doesn't travel anywhere else. I think they did a couple Jersey places.
That's like Tabitha's salon makeover, but she goes all over.
No. He only does the island. And it's all these failing restaurants in the island. And it was actually really sad. There was one place in Forest Hills, which isn't too far from here.
No.
It was called like PT Steakhouse. And these two people dumped $2 million in there.
Oh, wow.
Into the restaurant. Beautiful restaurant. The chef is totally arrogant. The look is excellent, but the food is horrible.
Andrew, someone came up with a really cool idea.
What is it?
We should go to a storage unit, bid on one of them, and bring the contents in and like do a show.
Oh, that is actually interesting.
That's really cool.
I'm just so cheap I won't spend a dime on it.
But it's kind of like, let's make a deal. I mean, you don't know what you're getting.
Well, the odds, I think they could see what's in there, but not the boxes. There's some weird thing, but I mean, most people, they store their crap. They don't really store their good stuff.
I don't like. I
But
just got rid of my crap. I don't need to buy somebody else's crap.
But sometimes you're buying like a room full of cocaine and stuff. It's like really, really good investment.
Yes.
It's a great investment. Well, I mean, think about if I were to, liquidate my assets, I would have a ton. I mean, maybe over $100,000 in liquid assets between my car, between all my goods, my collectibles.
That wouldn't be in.
Some people put everything in there. I mean, they get big sheds and they move and they never pick it up and they never make a payment, and that's what they're hoping on. They're hoping you put your stuff away for a little bit, all your stuff, and you make a bid.
It's very Dickensian. Really is.
Very Dickensian.
I don't know. I don't need anybody else's crap. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I have enough crap of my own.
Exactly.
Because that's the rule in life. You're not there yet. You spend the first half of your life getting stuff. You spend the second half of your life just getting rid of stuff. I hand stuff away all the time now.
Yeah.
I don't need that anymore.
Is it time for us to say goodnight?
It's time for us to say goodnight. Go to our website, guysfromqueens.com. Also go to streaming site, gfqlive.tv.
Follow me on Facebook. Friend up with me. I need, not that I need friends. That'd be cool too, but followers for my rides. Let's do it.
Excellent. Joe, anything?
Nothing particular.
I just want to let everybody know I have an agent now too.
Me?
I'm pretending I'm you.
Oh, okay.
I won because I'm
she
jealous.
She didn't brag. I did. I'm really
I know.
proud of her.
I'm actually quite jealous.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll introduce you to.
I get asked to be represented by people, and they're all weird. They're not real people. They're just crazy people on the internet.
Well, have you ever seen? There's this movie called come on, The Big Picture with Kevin Bacon. Great movie about a film student that makes an award-winning film in college, and then the Hollywood world is courting him because he's the next big thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is very cool. Martin Short is in it playing an agent, and he dead serious looks at Kevin Bacon in the face and says, "I don't know you. I've never seen any of your work, but I think you're brilliant." And that's what agents do.
Do you know how I was in a meeting last week, and that's what I got. In the beginning of the meeting, they told me they're blown away how good I am, and they had certain bullet points, and after they started drinking during a meeting, it came out that they have never seen a thing, and somebody told them I'm good.
That's exactly the premise of this show.
That's the premise of the show
episode. Of the show episodes. That's exactly the premise.
And you've probably gotten it, and you've probably gotten it too. People tell you, "Oh my God, you were amazing," and they've never seen a thing you've done. They've just heard.
Right.
You were amazing. And I've gotten that, and I can't even tell you how many times I've gotten.
Half my sex life is based on that kind of information.
All right, on that note, we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.